Look at that cute cottage. We built that.
You can just like be with it because this is the cutest stage.
I won't.
I would take one home, but she won't.
The water that comes out of here is like boiling hot. Okay, well I see those two right there. Do you see that?
Mm-hmm.
We were young and we were free and running, never bothered about what could be coming. Every day we danced and life was smiling. We were young and drunk in love.
Welcome to the cottage. We came up here to spend time with my family, and so we spent time with them over the weekend, but now we're gonna stay a little bit longer and do some work up here in our cute little cottage.
The cottage.
Also, we did a little bit of a rearranging. We decided to try out couch on this side, which I'm thinking I like.
Yeah, I think so.
It's just, it's a pretty tiny space, so we're not really sure what to do with it. Hello.
Hello, sorry.
You're fine. One of the last things we've been sort of procrastinating is the trim, like the baseboards, door trim and all that. So we have a bunch of trim that we left up here. We cleaned it off, we laid it out, and now we're going to start painting it before we cut it. We're just gonna get like a good coat on them. The cool thing is though, up here, it has been raining like crazy and we never get rain. So we love coming up here and just being in the cold, although it's not that cold, it's like 80 degrees, but we still have rain. See, it's dropping on us. Look at that cute cottage. We built that. Okay, so Lydia found something across the street at the neighbor's house that she's
Just kitties.
It's just like
kittens.
like
Yeah.
6 little kittens that now we have to take home.
What do you mean? She's such a liar. She won't let me take them
I
home.
won't.
I would take one home, but she won't.
Well,
So
maybe we can go look at him and I'll see if one is cute enough.
Or two.
Which one would be the one you take
I
home?
would want the orange one.
I thought you said you want the black one.
The black one is the like bravest. It will
personality.
come up to me the most.
And it's the sweetest, right? We want a sweet kitty
well,
if we're gonna.
obviously they're scared of us.
Yeah.
They've never met me.
Okay, the adventure today at the cabin, besides trying to resist getting a kitty, it's like a feral cat that the neighbors took in when she had kittens in their garage, and guys, they're cute. Maybe we'll go film them later today or something. But today we're gonna go on a little hike down by the river, and we're gonna go check it out, and then we're gonna go into town and get like a pad for our area rug down in the cottage. But I got this at the thrift store. Where could I hang it? Right there?
Yeah.
Do you think it'll fall?
No, I'm good.
No, it will.
Well, our hike was cut short with a downpouring of rain, but we did not complain because we love it. So we just stayed at the cabin that day, enjoyed the rain, and of course, watched a little twilight. All right, we're gonna go over and try to feed the kitties and try to resist getting one, because I was thinking last night, even though I don't want...
Adults.
Oh, there it is.
Oh, there
There they are, there they are.
That tan one's really shy. The orange one is all right. The black one is the most, but I don't know where the black one is.
Oh, Lydia. Kitty, kitty. Oh, the orange one. Oh, that tan one is so cute.
I like the orange one. Is my cat.
Oh, the black one's in the basket, Lydia.
Oh. Oh, and the tortoiseshell one.
Okay, let's see.
Do they even see us?
I won't approach. You can approach.
I don't think they see. We're just sleeping in there.
Oh, Lydia. She's coming over. Give her food. Give her food. Oh, we've got the mom one over. Oh, that tortie is so
I
cute,
know.
Lydia. I like him. He's kind of mean looking. Have you checked to see if they're male or female?
I don't even know how you'd tell.
Can't really get a good look at it.
Okay. Oh,
They
these ones are the most friendly.
Usually this little tortie will run from me.
Well, you've got mom eating from your hand, so then now you've got the kids. the kitten's not as scared because they go off mom's behavior. Oh, Lydia. You want some more?
Just give you a hat for
Yeah,
you.
we'll just give you a little bit.
Doesn't like to eat out of my hand very much.
Are torties like the same personality as calicos, do you think?
I don't know. Let's
Like that?
look.
Oh my goodness.
Don't know.
If you turn it around, I can tell you if it's a male or female.
What? How do you know?
Because I'm really good at it.
You don't know nada.
That one is a female. That's a female. Grab
Is
it.
that the one that's got the kind of banded face?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think that's a female.
Yeah.
Grab the black one before it hops
Oh,
out.
you're so
I gotta tell you, that's the only one that's not available, so I think they're gonna.
Because you're gonna keep
That
that
little
one.
tortie, yeah, she's pretty.
Ooh, I think that's a male. That one might be a male.
Yeah, I bet.
Oh, I like
so
you.
Tired. So tired. I woke you up, didn't I?
I like how calm that one is.
I wish I could take it and just like be with it because this is the cutest stage.
Yeah.
But I can't.
Oh, yeah, that one's a really cute one. I
Torties
think
are
it's a
pretty.
female. I'm pretty sure, but. I'm filming it. The battery's broken on that one. Oh, yum.
Yummy.
Oh, Lydia.
You're still a little scared,
You
huh?
need to be clean and doing flea stuff and.
Yo, I bet.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that orange one's just watching us.
Where is it?
A little too scared to come up.
Oh, I moved.
Scared.
Look at your little face. That's so cute. Oh, there's another orange one.
Oh, wow.
I didn't know there were two orange. Okay, we have two things to do real quick. Every time we've come up to the cabin this summer, it's been all about hanging out with family and friends and doing all of the things that you can do up in northern Arizona, like hiking and going to all the little cute shops. But once we take Lydia back to college the end of August, Kevin and I plan to come up here a bunch and finish all the baseboards. We also have a little bit of other little things to do, like glue the countertops down, put a bathroom fan in the bathroom, just little things like that to make this fully finished.
Do you want another little piece right there?
I do want a little piece right there if that's possible.
Gonna hit.
No, it won't hit it. But yeah, that would look nice if you could. Back it.
They have two. Does it show two on yours? The one's the 5G.
Yeah, I've tried both. They're both slow. But another thing we like to do in Strawberry is go to this little thrift store in the town just next to us. It's really cool because it's a non-profit and the proceeds go to meals for local senior citizens. And I don't think we've ever gone to the cabin without coming to the thrift store. And we always find the coolest, odd things. All right, we're back from the thrift store with the coolest thing.
With stuff.
I think it's gonna fit.
Okay.
Do you think it'll fit right there? Oh my gosh, that is so lucky.
Garbage.
We do need to get a little smaller rug right there, but that's perfect. Now we can put our shoes there.
Oh my gosh.
I love that. Put your shoes.
Shoes.
I also got these new shoes. We kind of need slip-on shoes at the cabin because we're always running around. We need something real cute. Yeah, there we go. And then besides the shoe rack, we got these little cheap hooks to put in the closet to put some hats because we noticed we have to hang our towels here because this bathroom is so tiny. There's not a lot of room to hang towels. So we have to hang towels out there, but there you go. Just getting little tiny things.
And
Oh, Kevin got this shirt for me. I don't know if it'll fit me, but we'll see. Oh, look at that. Kevin, look, you go.
Ooh.
That is cool. So another cool find at the thrift store is we found extension cords because
50 cents.
we have to get this lamp connected all the way across the rug and over there. But we found a really cool one that has a little button that you press. And then that's cool. And then you just, that is so cool.
50 cents.
Whenever I come to the cabin and get to stay in the cottage, I am so grateful. Like, one, that Kevin's parents let us turn this little building into a cottage. And also just, I'm grateful that we spent the whole summer 2 years ago and just put the work in, because when I look at it now, I'm like, I'm exhausted thinking about how much work it took, but I'm so glad we did it because now we can enjoy it. Every time I leave, I love to do like a nice deep clean. I like to deep clean the bathroom, and then we wash the sheets, put the beds back together. And you know, eventually maybe we would rent this out, do a little Airbnb. I don't know. Do you think somebody would stay in this? For the most part, I think we'll just enjoy using it ourselves, but sometimes I wonder about the future of this little cottage, and maybe we'll decide to rent it out one day. Okay, guys.
Do you want me to go?
Yeah.
Okay.
We're back from the cabin, and
We thought about it, and we didn't get a kitty. I was the voice of reason here, actually. I wasn't like, oh, let's get a kitty, let's get a kitty. I was like, no, I'm going to college. I can't care for it. It's just going to be you. She wanted a cat.
Yeah, and it would just be a repeat of what we did with Juno, where we raised her for the summer, and then Lydia went to college, and then I just had her, and then Ethan ended up taking her and putting it on his side of the house. But yeah, we'll do it later when we can actually have her take care of it.
Yeah.
One, two.
All right, guys, it's a hot one. 113. All right, so we're gonna put some electrolytes in some water for these ladies out here. Well, this is one of the worst parts about living in Arizona, but we just have to deal with it. It's gonna be the hottest in July, August, and we just have to deal with it. But I'm gonna fill up some water. I'll put some electrolytes in there. The good thing is usually these really hot spurts of 112 to 115 only last a few days at a time. And then we get back to lower temps, so. The water that comes out of here is like boiling hot. Have to make sure and not let it hit a goat. This is so hot. I would say that that is probably like 180 or something. That is hot, hot, hot. I wish I could give him cold electrolyte water, not hot. I need to get a big ice cube in here. There we go. It's a little bit cooler. You're getting big. Getting big like mama. Huh? You're a big girl. Look at you. Come here. I'll show how big you are. Let's compare you to mom. Don't climb on her. Come here. Come here. You're big. You are nice and long like mom. I like you a lot. All these ladies are going to be able to drink that salty water, and that'll help a lot. Huh, I'm sorry it's so hot. Sorry we live here. Somehow these animals survive. They get used to it.
The pool is doing so good. I'm putting in the chlorine, the clarifier, and the different things, and it is doing pretty good. Just kind of is needing more chlorine than normal pool as it's getting out all the, you know, beginning stuff. But look at that.
And we said we weren't gonna have dogs in the pool. Wait! Oh, she's not supposed to drink it. Caleb! She's gonna get stoned. Where there's just like a fourth of an inch of water. I think Kevin's found a really good balance for the pool pond. We're still using chlorine, but we're using a liquid version to keep algae at bay, but still have it clean enough to swim in. We knew this first year would be a little bit more difficult because there's a bunch of biofilm everywhere, but so far we've been really happy with it and have really enjoyed having a clean pool to swim in. Okay, welcome to our second ultrasound day.
Part 2, hopefully she doesn't have a huge bladder this time.
So the first time, I'm going to show it on the screen, we saw lots of follicles. And today we're going to see how many survived. How many were viable, how many are there. And this can be a good count today. So, let's see. Oh, let's give you something so that you are good. And you'll be good. Let's do it. Okay, well I see those 2 right there. Do you see that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that's 2. But I feel like when I first did it,
there were smaller ones. I don't know.
Oh gosh, I really think it might be 2 then.
Like there's these, like what about this?
Yeah, but it's so little. I think it
Well,
might.
that one's pretty big. The reason I say is because it has something.
Has something
inside
in it. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, I think 3. I think there's this one up here.
Yeah,
That we saw before and we still see now.
I wonder if that one is gonna be a little runt or something.
Yeah.
Let's give you a little more grain, so you're really good for me. Yeah, I'm thinking. Let's see when I hit that, I see more of a division between them all. You know what I mean?
Still think this is a bladder?
I don't know anymore. It's hard because you don't really see something inside of it.
Do you want more goo?
Yeah, give me more goo.
Okay.
Squirt it on there.
Oops.
I'm gonna settle on 3 because there's no way that there were that many when I had that weird view. Sometimes you're like hitting it at the wrong angle and you're getting like double vision.
Yeah.
You know? So I'm thinking that I think there is something in that 3rd one up there. So I'm saying 3.
Okay.
Like a solid 3, at least 3.
Okay.
Unless that back one doesn't survive. But I'm thinking, I'm trying to go way back there. Look at it, but I'm thinking 3.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll see if we're right in November. You won't be here, but
No.
I'll FaceTime you. Okay, so we've got 3 possibly in this pairing here. We'll see if we're right. My mother-in-law makes this recipe from the early 1900s. It's called Swiss steak, and it has nothing to do with Switzerland at all, but it comes from the technique of tenderizing the beef. So you take some type of beef, typically like a round steak, and you'll pound it with a mallet and get it really tender first. First you coat it in flour, but I actually seasoned this flour with salt and pepper, onion powder, and garlic powder. Then we'll brown that in a pan. Get that nice and seared on all sides. Now at this point, if you want, you can just continue to cook this in a pan, but I'm gonna actually put this in the crock pot because we have to head to an appointment. So I'll put these in a crock pot. What is really good is if you put like a cut up onion with this, but I didn't have that, so onion powder will have to do. Then you'll cover it with tomato sauce. And what's cool is that flour will turn the tomato sauce into sort of a tomato gravy. And then the acidity from the tomatoes tenderizes the steak even more. So this is typically served with mashed potatoes and green beans, really similar to like a meatloaf. But this was such a quick, easy recipe that I wanted to share. But I also was sort of interested if any of you guys have heard of this or have made it before, because it's a pretty old Depression era recipe. Still pretty good though. Okay, just a little bit. As you can tell, my drying up of the goats is working great. This is actually about 24 hours, so it's not too bad. I decided to dry up the goats early because we won't be able to attend any more shows this year, and I just want to dry them up and put them on pasture and let them just recover before the next breeding. This is Rose, and she's a first freshener, so this looks like a baby udder, but it's actually pretty filled up. It's pretty nice. She has a really smooth fore udder. If she stood normally, you could see that udder really pop. Yeah, she looks pretty good. Gotta love the machine because, man, does it pump fast. The trick to drying a goat up is you don't milk them all the way out. So there's still a little bit of milk in there. We're gonna let her fill up again for another 24 hours, and we'll just kind of slowly go down, and then we'll go maybe every 36 hours, every 48 hours, and we'll spread out the time between milking, and yeah, eventually their bodies dry up. But you definitely have to do big fills to send those signals back to their body that, hey, nobody's drinking this milk, it's time to dry up. Okay, come on. Violet is a little bit harder to dry up. She's a 2-year-old, so this year is lots of milk. And normally the other good thing is to not give him any grain, but I just give her a tiny bit because she's on pasture now, and that's a big change for Violet because she loves to eat. And they've only just been eating our pasture grass, so it's been a little hard for her. She complains about it. Most of our shows in Arizona are in the spring. So we have a big one in April, a big one in May, but then we really can't have any shows during the summer. It's too hot. And there's a couple more in the fall, but we're just not gonna be able to attend either one. There's too much going on and it just won't work out. We gotta take Lydia back up to college for her last year, senior year. Can you guys believe that? That's just in a few weeks. We're gonna take her back. And it'll be nice to have a break from milking, so we'll have the whole fall season to just kind of prepare for breeding. Because breeding will happen actually a little bit later this year, like September, October. And I'm actually really excited to finally put the girls on pasture because let me show you how high it is. They've got this whole pasture that's full of grass. And it might not look too high right now, but let me just stick the camera down in the grass. That's high. They have plenty of grass. And they sure are complaining because they're used to alfalfa, aren't ya? But too bad, we're going to grass for a few months. Our juniors are growing out nicely. They're nice and big. They've been weaned from their bottles. But now everybody needs to go back to eating pasture. In years past, I have given way too much alfalfa and gotten some of my girls too fat. So that's my goal, is I really want them to slim down, especially before breeding season. And the best way to do that is to go on a grass diet. So we're going to eat grass, ladies. Hopefully by breeding time, they have a nice healthy body weight, and then we can flush them, do the flushing technique, and we can get more kids, hopefully, because of that. So we'll see. Let's check and make sure that they have enough minerals. I bet you it's already out. Yup. I've been feeding this mineral for the last maybe 10 years. And I've always had goats with nice, shiny coats, so I don't switch it around. Do this. Is that yummy? Look, I bet lots in there. Yum! Look at all that. Everybody loves their minerals. They just lift up that little flap and eat up those minerals. Minerals are regulated by salt, so their bodies really can't eat too much because once they hit that level of enough salt in their body, they'll stop eating the minerals. So it's a really good self-regulating supplement. But you guys, look at this little flock of chickens. We still cannot believe how small that bantam is. Like, they're tiny. There's some for you. So these two buff Orpingtons, this lavender and this golden one, those are our two original, and then the rest are the ones that we purchased. The Wyandottes, the little bantam. But she's so little, that little bantam. And she's not gonna get much bigger, so I wish we could get another one. I need to start looking around. How you usually know if your goat is too fat, or how I like to check, is ribs. Because if you can feel their ribs, then they're not fat. But if it's hard and you have to dig around, then they're pretty chunky. What about you, Bella? You look a little bit chunky. Yeah, you're still a little bit chunky. Of course you are pregnant. This is the time of year where we get our humidity, we get the bugs. I just put out this fly trap yesterday. And look how many flies are in there, guys. Look how many flies are in there in that water. Look at that. You guys always tell me I'm a wimp and that it's not humid here. I'm gonna go show you what the humidity is, and I bet you're gonna be surprised. 54%. That's pretty high. So don't tell me that that's not humid, because that is humid.